Good day. It is June the 21st, which is my dad's 96th birthday. It's also the first full day of summer. And some years, it falls on Father's Day. So some years, I get a triple bonus with his birthday, first full day of summer, or first day of summer, and Father's Day. Anyways, today we're going to be doing Judges 9, verses 50 through 53, and Proverbs 21. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, or complaints, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Begin Judges 9, starting in verse 50. Then Abimelech attacked the town of Thebez and captured it. 51. But there was a strong tower inside the town, and all the men and women to the entire population fled to it. They barricaded themselves in it and climbed up to the roof of the tower. 52. Abimelech followed them to attack the tower, but as he prepared to set the fire to the entrance, 53, a woman on the roof dropped a millstone that landed on Abimelech's head and cracked his skull. So, Abimelech's taking revenge. Verse 50. Then Abimelech attacked the town of Thebez and captured it. It joined in the revolt, most likely. 51. But there was a strong tower inside the town, which is common. It's a place for refuge and defense. And all the men and women, the entire population, fled into it. They barricaded themselves in it and climbed to the roof of the tower. 52. Abimelech followed them to attack the tower, but he prepared to set fire to the entrance. The first, interesting note, the first aspiring king and the first real king, Saul, did the same thing. It's amazing. 53. A woman on the roof dropped a millstone that landed on Abimelech's head and cracked his skull. So he had his skull cracked while taking revenge. This is interesting because he killed all his brothers except for one. Proverbs 21. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh as a water courses. He turns it whithersoever he will. Thinking of a soaker hose in a garden, he just moves the water to where he wants it. To every man, the way of every man is right in his own eyes, but Yahweh weighs the heart. You may think you're doing right, you may have convinced others you're doing right, but God's looking at the real you. 3. To do righteousness and justice is more acceptable to Yahweh than sacrifice. Obedience is better than apologizing. There's a saying in the world, it's easier to get forgiveness than obedience. God don't work that way. He wants you to obey. 4. A hot look and a proud heart, the tillage of the wicked is sin. 5. The thoughts of the diligent tend only to the plenteous, but everyone that is hasty hastens only to want. Get rich quick schemes do not work. 6. The getting of treasures by a lying tongue is as a vapor driven to and fro. They that seek him seek death. Yeah, if you lie to get money or wealth or whatever, yeah, God don't like that. 7. The violence of the wicked shall drag them away because they refuse to do justly. 8. The way of a man is froward and strange, but as for the pure, his work is right. 9. It is better to dwell in the corner of a housetop than a house in common with a contentious woman. Peace and quiet is better than fighting. 10. The soul of the wicked desireth evil, his neighbor findeth no favor in his eyes. Evil has no friends. They just have temporary allies that they use. 11. When the scorner is punished, the thoughtless is made wise. That's simple, not stupid. And when the wise is instructed, he receives knowledge. 12. The righteous one considereth the house of the wicked, overthrowing the wicked to their ruin. Jesus will overthrow the wicked. 13. Whoso stoppeth his ears at the cry of the poor, he shall also cry out himself, but shall not be answered. Basically, what goes around comes around. God treats you the way you treat others. If you don't show mercy, you shall not receive mercy. Remember the parable of the man owed the king 10,000 talents, and the king forgave him. Then he found a servant who only owed him like a couple pennies, and he threw him in the dungeon. And the king got mad at the guy who he forgave. Yeah. A gift in secret pacifieth anger, and a present in the bosom strong wrath. This is as an apology, not as a bribery. 15. To do justly is joy to the righteous, but ruin to the workers of iniquity. 16. The man that strayeth out of the way of understanding shall rest in the congregation of the shades. If you leave the righteous path, you will die. 17. He that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man, and he that loveth wine and oil shall not be rich. More, if you spend your money on pleasure, you won't have money. 18. The wicked is ransom for the righteous, and the faithless cometh in the day of the upright. 19. It is better to dwell in a desert land than with a contentious and fretful woman. Again, peace and quiet is better than fighting. 20. There is a desirable treasure in oil in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man swalloweth it up. He spends all he has when he has it. 21. He that followeth after righteousness and mercy findeth life, prosperity, and honor. 22. A wise man scaleth the mighty city of the mighty, and bringeth down the stronghold wherein it trusteth. Wisdom beats strength. 23. Whoso keepeth his mouth and tongue keepeth his soul from trouble. Yes, less talk, less trouble. 24. A proud and haughty man, scorner is his name, even he that dealeth in overbearing pride. 25. The desire of the slothful killeth him, for his hands refuse to labor. He wants stuff, but he won't get up and work for it. 26. There is that coveteth greedy all the day long, but the righteous giveth and spare not. True generosity will be rewarded. 27. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination. How much more than when he bringeth the proceeds of wickedness? Think about it. If you rob a bank, maybe kill some people, and then you donate the money to the Salvation Army, is that really the right thing? 28. A false witness shall perish, but a man that obeyeth shall speak unchallenged. 29. A wicked man hardeneth his face, but as for the upright, he looketh well to his way. If you ignore those in need, you are wicked. 30. There's no wisdom, nor understanding, nor counsel against God. You can't be God. 31. The horse is prepared against the day of battle, but the victory is of Yahweh. The victory is the Lord's, but you still have to show up prepared. The victory was the Lord's, and the Israelites still showed up with their swords. I hope you've been blessed by this reading. May the Lord richly bless you. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I.